I believe this can be done in a variety of ways. For example, by combining a mobile phone with mobile banking, one can achieve the objective of financial inclusion at a very low cost. The Reserve Bank of India is already working on making this possible using the Aadhaar identity framework. Similarly, combining a computer with 3G connectivity can revolutionize the delivery of education. Students can learn the subject of their choice from quality teachers without leaving the place of their residence. I'm told that the Telecom Commission is working on such possibilities, and I wish them all success in this noble endeavor. Our government is alive to the need for expansion of telecom services in the rural areas. One of the key objectives of the National Telecom Policy 2012 is to increase rural tele-density to 70% by the year 2017 and 100% by the year 2020. The policy also recognizes telecom and broadband connectivity as a basic necessity and aims to provide reliable and affordable broadband access to rural and remote areas in our country. A scheme to extend financial support from the Universal Service Obligation Fund for providing mobile communication services in 56,000 uncovered villages of our country is on the anvil. This scheme will give priority to the uncovered villages of the northeastern sector. We've also provided a scheme for installing mobile towers at about 2,200 locations in areas affected by left-wing extremism at an estimated cost of about rupees 3,000 crores. This too will be financed by the USO fund. The National Optical Fiber Network project aims to connect all gram panchayats in our country through optical fiber. I have been informed that 3 pilot projects covering all gram panchayats of a block, each in Rajasthan, Tripura and Andhra Pradesh, have already been completed. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to take today's opportunity to repeat a point that I made last year. India needs to develop a strong domestic manufacturing base in electronics and telecommunications. It is estimated that by 2020, India will be importing electronics products worth about $300 billion, which will be more than the value of our imports of petroleum products. We need to act now to avoid a situation where we face difficulties in financing these huge imports. India should have manufacturing facilities which result in a balanced trade in electronics products and are part of global supply chains. I am happy that the Department of Information Technology is working to create an ecosystem favorable for the growth of electronics manufacturing activities in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, I note that this conference has a very futuristic agenda, Internet of People to Internet of Things, the future of communication. This is as it should be, because we as a country must keep abreast of the latest developments in technology and its application. I sincerely hope the deliberations in this conference will contribute in this direction and also towards inclusive development of the telecom sector in our country. I wish your deliberations all success. Thank you.